Hey up everyone, it's the Yorkshire Panda and welcome back to Create Above and Beyond. And the factory is working full kilter. Everything is spot on. I have got one more bottleneck which I have to wait a hot minute before I can fix it. But this is working beautifully. So let me do you a quick guide of what I've changed since the last episode. First of all our paintballs have been sorted down here. So it looks like there's way more space than I need. But really, when there's a fresh explosion and new stuff start coming in, this can fill up pretty quickly. Now, the occasional ball kept making its way through and blocking the system. So I've just put a nullifier with a funnel and a filter for every colour paintball except magenta, including the black ball when you drain the magenta ones, so that if it's not magenta it gets nullified. If it is and it's at this point, it goes in to be auto crafted. Now beneath this, all of those drains, I needed multiple nullifiers to keep up, so I've got 3 set. Ooh. Sorting all of that out. Try not to get killed by my own machines. Try not to get lost in my own machines. Right. The other thing is the alchemical array. Let's just turn you off a minute so you don't hurt me. I finally got it working each time, every time, and I am going to do a little video just to show how to make this, because yeah, it's beautiful. So first of all, as you see, it's a ring. These controller rails can set the speed in which a cart goes. Full powered, it goes at full speed, but if you put an analog lever on there, you can change the strength and therefore change the speed. This now outputs redstone when empty. So it fills up, empties. Once that is empty and stuff's in the cart, it'll hit redstone, push it along. It'll hit this redstone, zoom around the corner. This slows it down, so when it hits the detector rail, it sends a signal to that to turn it on. Timed, this is set to 1 because it needed to slow down enough for it to hit this, hit the laser and carry on. This is the same. Outputs when it's empty. So as soon as this goes over it and puts something in, it turns off, outputs into here. Now this is filling up quickly. Far quicker than I can press new silicon. So I've got a hopper here with a stockpile switch. When this is empty, the power is on, but as soon as it gets 5% full, this will switch off, which will switch off the machines. There we are. So these are only powered with a redstone signal. As soon as that signal switches off, these switch off, this stops working. Brilliant. And I got rid of one of the setups here. I've only got one crucible, one encapsulator, because as it turns out, that is more than quick enough to keep up with this system. I'm still producing faster than I can use. But yeah, we watch out for a proper in-depth video on how this is made, how it all works, how we can use it for both the alchemical and the Blizz and Basal's recipes. So let's switch you back on so you can see you in operation. It is a sight to behold. But it does mean I have racked up quite a lot of mechanisms. So these are now to 24. The only bottleneck being the radiant alloys. At least it was. This is the bottleneck I've got at the minute, and that's because I'm not producing iron quick enough to go into here. So I'm just having to manually drop a couple of stacks in at the minute just to get things going. Which is a shame, but it does mean it's working. I need to get rid of the bottleneck with the iron, but I can do that with sending iron directly from his market into the melter. But I'll see to that a little bit later. We've also got 13 stacks of the calculation mechanisms, and I have been using a few as well, so it's not like we've only made that. I've been trying to craft some more things for SME storage. So, all in all, this is doing really well, and best of all, apart from a little bit of crossover downstairs, all of this is in a 2x2x2 chunk. Like I said, a little bit of crossover here, but if I reorganised, I could get it all to fit. As it happens, I don't need it to. This is actually pretty on point. I am quite impressed with how compact it is. It does look like an absolute, just maze of pipes and belts and cogs and everything. But, no, I'm quite happy with this. If I wanted to, I could spread it out and make it a bit more simple. But making this was fun. I'm happy with this. So what we're going to do today is take a first little look into Chapter 5 and see about making some of these, or at least how we get started. Automating these might have to come down to a little bit more complexity, but we'll see. So, final start, or finale start, should I say. Welcome to the final chapter of this journey, building the data center. What will this entail? Thousands of numeric calculations. But do not fear. As an inventor, you will let your creation do all the work for you as usual. Cast combined logic of all your calculation mechanisms into 2 digits, from which you will calculate 8 others through a series of crafting operations. A digital ME system is recommended for managing the logistics, though not strictly required. And of course we get a cup of tea. So, in order to provide mechanical calculations with numbers and operators, all available calculation mechanisms have to be melted down into the figurative processing power they provide. So this is Liquefied Logic, which comes from either putting them in a tinker's smeltery or a foundry. They provide the same. They provide the same. Or melting them in a magma crucible. Well, the large smelter is going to be easier, and once you've got the logic, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different things it can be turned into. So I think a large tinker's smeltery might be what's in store for this. So we have. Let's say I've got these, haven't I? I've not got a lot though. Right, in that case, let's. Oh yeah, I've not got clay. That clay, I've got that clay. I think we need to make ourselves a load of bricks. Can all go in here. Yeah. I have got an ingot tank full of seared lava, so that is an ingot tank. Will that still use the fuel source? We'll check. We're going to need a caster table, we're going to need faucets. To start off with, let's just. Yeah, that does work. Set things up here. So, you know, I'm not going to mess around with the pretty pipes. Everything's a bit low on power at the minute because we've been using a lot of stuff. I'm going to have myself a cup of tea. So let's melt down these 3. that isn't even a bucket. You need a lot of these to melt down. So how much is it per one? Melts down into 30 millibuckets. And you need 1,000, so I need 10, 20, 30, 4 to make one bucket. That is a lot. Right, let's... There we go. That's 34 being cooked down right now. That is a lot to make a bucket of this stuff. How much do you need to make each of these? And you need a bucket to make each. Oh wow, this factory is going to be working full kilter just to keep up with this. That is half a stack per one of these. And we need a few. To get a number 3, you cast into a 3 cast, which in turn becomes logic. You need 1 millibucket, so, and you need 10 millibuckets for 50 of a computation matrix, and you need a block of this. We might be talking like, I mean, just to get 1-3, you need 34 mechanisms. So it's half a stack. And then you need to make 50. A block probably going to be, if it's slime, it's going to be another 1,000. If it's treated like slime, it's going to be another 1,000. If it's not, it's going to be another 1,000 and something. So you're still looking at 20. So half stacks to 10 plus 20. So 10.5 stacks of calculation mechanisms per number. And you need 10 numbers. So you're talking 100. At least, I mean, if you could just cast out each of the numbers, you would need at least 100 stacks of calculation mechanisms. And it's not that simple. This is going to be absolutely ridiculous. Oh, this... is it weird that I'm actually quite looking forward to this? Yeah, got to be one of the most ridiculous things to put together. That entire system's nowhere near going to keep... It's going to be running for hours on end, and that's if everything runs at full speed, which it doesn't because of the radiant alloys. Oh, wow. Right, yeah. Yeah, prepare to bunker down for the long haul with this one. So, as I mentioned, we have got these casts. Now, the integer casts you make from a nickel plate in a saw. So, let's grab some nickel plates. Don't know exactly how many I need, but I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But we'll make 10 anyway, just because we can. Let's grab our portable stone cutter. Here we go. So we need a cast for that, for that, for that. And that. So that is all of our casts. So let's throw the nickel in there. And if we wanted to create a number 3, that is... Oh no, it's 1 millibucket per number. Oh, phew. Oh yeah, it is. Oh jeez. Oh, thank the Lordy for that. I read that as 1 bucket. You need a bucket of it if you put it into a blast chiller. You need a single millibucket if you put it into a casting table. Into a meltery. That is... Do not put those into a blast chiller. So that is a 3. We've got 8s. So we've got 3s. We've got 8s. If I was to put a subtract in there, that's a subtraction. We've now got 3s, 8s, and a subtraction. To make these, you need to actually craft them in a mechanical crafter using a sum. So if I was to grab, I think I've got 3 more mechanical crafters in my bag. I do indeed. But let's just grab them all for a minute. I need... Okay. Alright, let's get some stuff and set one of these up. Alright, so, little 1x3 crafting grid here. If I was to do 3 minus... Well, that's not going to work. If I do 8 minus 3, that gives us a 5. But we need a 0, so that'd be 8 minus 8. And then a 9, which can be 3 times 3. 8 divided by 8 or 3 divided by 3 is 1. But when you get to like a 2, there's no way a 3 and an 8 can make a 2. So we'd have to make a 6 or a 1 or a 4 in order to make the 2. So this is where having the ME system comes in. Because I can then control what goes where in terms of actually creating the sums. So that I've got the right number of outputs. So I've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 0. This definitely going to be interesting. Right, let's put you back in there. In fact, let's take you out because I want to move you downstairs while we get some more numbers. Because once I've got one of each number, it's going to make it easier trying to sort out, you know, work out exactly how to create each sum. This is, yeah. So I'll be back in a moment. I've just made a few of these. Right, time for some sums. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. 3 minus 3 is 0. 3 times 3 is 9. So that's 0. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 0. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we know 8. So I am writing these down as well so that I can get this. So that is 9. That is 1. That is 0. That is 6. 8 minus 3 is 5. Now, I could always do 8 divided by 8 is 0, just to save on the numbers of number of 3s I'm using. So when it comes to a 2, 3 minus 1, because 1's easy to get. So let's do 3 divided by 3 again. And then we do 3 minus 1. So 3 minus 1 is 2. And then we've got 2 in there. So we need a 3 in there, we need an 8 in there. Now 4. There's 8 divided by 2. But I've got to go through, I've got to use a 3, a 1 and a 2 and a 4 and an 8. That's 5 numbers. Is there a better way of getting 4? 2 times 2 is 3, 1, 2, 2. So 2 3s, 2 1s to make 2 2s to make 1 4. That's even worse. 6 minus 2, we've got 6. 7 minus 3. Well, 3 divided by 3 is 1, minus 8 minus 1 is 7. So that actually sounds like a good shout. Let's get a bunch more 3s. So if we did 3 divided by 3 is 1. And then we do 8 minus 1 is 7. And then so if we just do 3, so 3 times 3 is 9. And then we could always go 9 minus 3 is 6. And then we've got the 4. The 4 is the pain. The 4's the one that's going to take the most things. Alright, do you know what? I'm dumb. 3 divided by 3 plus 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 3 plus 1 is 0. It's 4. That nets us all of them. Then we've got our calculation ones there. So that is all the individual numbers. The next thing to do is put all those individual numbers into a block, into another cast, so that we can cast them into a computation matrix. And if only that was where it stood, because once you got the computation matrices, we need to make them into this, so you need 8. So we need to craft this once. Once the smelter has collected 10 liquefied items of each digit, they're combined into the encoded logic required for our computer. So what I need to do is set up a bunch of these mechanical crafters. I'm going to have to chuck a couple more things in there so I can take that out as a bucket. Yeah, we're going to need a couple more crafters set up to do each of these sums. And the ME system set up, and right, so this is where things start to get a little bit more interesting. How's the best to do this? Well, first things first. Why are you not working, Hopper? But you can only hop into the side, can't you? I was hoping to have had all of these things cooked by now. There we go. Right, let's start the smeltery base. So this is where the calculation mechanisms are going to come out. So they'll come out here. So this will be where the smeltery goes. Now, it's going to have 6 outputs, but I can have 3 on this side, 3 on this side. Controller here, and then it's something to allow the input there. Right. So okay. Simple enough. And then just leave a space for those. Make some more of these. Right. We need a new controller. We need a new... bunch of new things, actually. So... I need a... Smeltery Controller. Which I need to see a bricks for, which... you can oblige me. There's the controller. We also need a seared tank. Ingot tank. No, not an ingot. Oh yeah, seared ingot tank works, or fuel tank. Let's just grab the fuel tank. We need seared bricks. Of course we do. That's why we're making them here. There we go. We're going to need, this is a fun bit, 6 tables. Although I've got one downstairs, I can always grab that one. We're going to need 6 seared faucets. That's easy enough. Let's grab some more bricks. For you. We're going to need a seared drain, which is there. Seared drain. We're going to need 6 of these, and then we're also going to need a seared chute, which will act as the input for the calculation mechanisms. I've just got to wait for these to all pour out. So I'll be back in a moment once this is done. So, got our in the tank, some fuel, some lava in there. We've got our controller. our faucets, our drains. Don't want to fall in there. I don't want to fill it up with any blood. Just leave it as is. Good. So, we've got a seared chute here. Now this chute will act as an input for, well, any item really. I have to get rid of this. Grab some belts, which I have in there. Just right click the end to extend the belt. And then if I get rid of this, boom, straight in. Oh, this is currently saying it's not hot enough. There's a fuel tank there. I think I know what the problem is. It doesn't like it being on the corner. It has to be in the body of the actual smeltery. If I was to just do it like this. So, fuel controller, that's better. And then we just put the ender tank on top, make sure that's got orange up so it outputs straight into the fuel tank. And there we go, cooking. And I mean, this is going to hold far more than we're going to need. The 144 ingots worth. Yeah, not going to need that much. I could probably... In fact, you know what? I will. Because it doesn't need to be that big. Let's save some of this. Just make it one tall. Yep. And now, as this crafts away, it goes to this belt, this tunnel, sorry, which, if I just get rid of that for a minute, change that to round robin, and now, whenever I make one of those calculation mechanisms, it should kick out between this and this. And when it does kick out here, this will place in, cook them up, and we've got our liquefied logic. Oh, that is wonderful. Now, the next thing we need to do is not only set up all these mechanical crafters, but set up the outputs for all of these. Now, all of these are going to need levers on top. And all of these are going to need basins. And then I'm going to need the storage system. So, I've got a little sugar box here and some stuff. We are going to use applied energistics to do this next bit. So, let's just get a few bits. I'm going to need some more of these trims. I'm also going to need a controller, which is zinc and a diamond. That's the zinc one. Let's just grab a diamond out of here. Zinc and a diamond. I'm going to need downgrades for all of these. So there is going to be 6 plus 10, so 16. And then we've got the downgrades. And I'm out of sticks. Jeez, of all things to run out on. Sticks. Right. I need 3 more. Oh. Which I need 2 more of these. Going no in that one. Make the upgrades. They go in there. So I can make the last 2 of these. Right. I'm also going to need importers, which need annihilation cores. Yeah, I think this might be the better way of doing it anyway, so I'm going to need a few more of these, so let's just make 5. 5's fine. I've only got 5 flutes casings, but that's fine. And throw those in there and get myself 6 importers. And then I need, I'm just going to need 6 more of these. So we've got our importers, we've got that. Yep. We've got those. Right, I do need a terminal so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to need a fluid terminal. Now, this is the thing. Do I go for... Because each one of these numbers then needs to be melted. So I'm going to do that with a melter. Rather than a smeltery. They all need to go into a melter. I can do it in a smeltery, but I need to limit how many go in. That's where I think it's going to be a little bit awkward. Because I need to make sure that the equal number of fluid going into the smeltery at once. Now, I need to check out the fluid import-export buses, see if these will actually work for what I'm looking at. We do have a fluid level emitter. Let me make one of these quickly. Just so that I can see what the UI is like. Because we might be using these. Yeah, set to the millibucket. And you can use that to actually set the fluid. Right. Whoops. Put you back. So we are going to need 10 of these for the 1 through to 0. Ten of those. And then that we're going to need 10 of these fluid exports. So I'm going to need some gold circuits with some formation cores. Right, this is going to be interesting. So we've got what we need. So no, fluid export bus. There isn't a fluid storage. There is a fluid storage bus. So fluid export bus. I need 10 of you. I can only make 3 costs I've run out pistons. Right, and then fluid storage bus. I need 10 of those because I need one on each smelter. This is turning out to be a little bit more complicated than I thought. But it's going to be a lot easier doing it this way with ME than it is doing it with pipes and create and things like that. So we've got the ME terminal. We need a fluid terminal, which is ME fluid terminal. Just use a normal ME terminal. These formation cores. Yeah. I need to prepare a lot more stuff. I'm going to need a lot more mechanical crafters as well before I'm done. Yeah, I have to leave this with me while I prepare everything. So let me just get rid of that as well. So yeah, once we've got everything crafted what we need, we can set all this up. That's got a good starting point in there right now. So import buses on these into a set of storage drawers, which then go into individual melters. Those melters will have a fluid storage bus on all of them, and then I'll have a smeltery with fluid I need to make sure they all go in at the same rate. So I need a storage. Yeah. I've got to think how I'm going to get this to work. But that's for next episode. So for now, yeah. We're going to use the ME system, but I need to do a little bit of experimenting, a little bit testing things out, making sure it all works. So for now, yeah, we'll call it there. If you like the episode, make sure you hit the like button. If you really liked it, hit subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell to let you know when the episodes come out, as well as when I go live on Wednesday around 7 GMT and Sundays around 12 noon GMT. So keep an eye out there. Sunday streams are on twitch.tv/Yorkshire Panda, so make sure you go follow me on there and drop it in the comments. Tell me what you think. If you can offer me a bit of advice on how to get the fluid system all up and running, by all means let me know. Or if you've got any questions about stuff, you want me to delve into something more detail, again, let me know. We can always check it out as we go. But besides all that, you guys take it steady, have a good one. I'll catch you on the next episode. Bye bye.